It all began with a single post on social media, a photo that would ignite chaos across the 90-day Fiancé fan universe. Michael Ilesanmi, the dashing Nigerian love interest of Angela Deem, was pictured in a traditional white igbata beside a stunning woman in an elaborate golden gele. The caption read simply, "Within minutes, fans erupted." Could it be true? Michael, who had endured countless on-camera battles, emotional meltdowns, and visa drama with Angela, had allegedly remarried in Nigeria. Sources close to TLC, speaking under anonymity, confirmed what fans feared most. Yes, Michael is married again. And Angela's career is officially on thin ice. TLC is rethinking all her upcoming projects. Began trending on X, formerly Twitter. Reaction videos flooded YouTube. Even international blogs picked up the story, turning the revelation into a viral event overnight. For Angela Deem, the reality TV superstar who had built a reputation as the outspoken, fiery, and often unpredictable star of 90 Day Fiancé, this was more than just heartbreak. It was a professional disaster. Angela first appeared on 90 Day Fiancé in 2018, a force of nature whose confrontational style and unfiltered commentary made her a household name. She captivated audiences across America with her brash humor, emotional intensity, and unforgettable catchphrases. Her romance with Michael, younger and charismatic, was immediately a ratings magnet. On screen, they were a whirlwind. Passion, conflict, drama, sometimes all in the same 30-second scene. Angela had brought fire, Michael had brought charm and a quiet confidence that contrasted with her volatility. But behind the cameras, the story was more complicated. Multiple insiders revealed that the pair had long-standing tensions over Michael's family, cultural differences, and Angela's sometimes overbearing presence. Arguments that looked dramatic on TV were only a fraction of the reality. They fought constantly off-camera too, an insider told us. Michael tried to be patient, but Angela could be overwhelming. Everyone on set knew it. By 2023, the relationship had begun to fray publicly. Angela accused Michael of online infidelity. Michael, visibly frustrated, defended himself while trying to maintain composure on camera. Fans were divided. Some sympathized with Angela's fiery temperament. Others found her obsessive tendencies off-putting. TLC executives, however, were unbothered. Drama meant ratings. Angela and Michael were still a goldmine for the network, even if they were in constant conflict. The twist that would shatter the 90 Day Fiancé universe occurred in early 2025. Michael reportedly flew to Lagos, Nigeria, under the guise of a business trip. But sources indicate the real purpose was his secret wedding to Nkechi Okafor, a well-known social media influencer in Lagos. No one saw this coming, says a former production assistant. Angela thought Michael was still planning their next on-screen season. TLC thought they were managing tensions. But he just went and got married. Completely off-camera. The wedding was reportedly a lavish affair, attended by close family, friends, and high-profile Nigerian personalities. Pictures leaked online, showing Michael and Nkechi beaming in traditional attire, surrounded by gold decorations and dozens of guests. Fans immediately speculated, how could Michael move on so quickly? Was Angela blindsided, or had Michael been planning this for months? 4 years, 90 Day Fiancé fans watched the turbulent, explosive, and often unbelievable saga of Angela Deem and Michael Ilesanmi. Theirs was a story defined by a 22-year age gap, cultural clashes, accusations of infidelity, and a seemingly endless visa journey. When Michael finally landed in the United States in December 2023, many viewers thought they were witnessing the final, chaotic chapter. They were wrong. It was only the beginning of a new, even more shocking act. In the months since his arrival, Michael has not remarried in Nigeria, as some online rumors have suggested. Instead, he has engineered a dramatic escape from Angela, started a new life from scratch, and publicly processed deep-seated grief, all while facing a bitter legal battle that could see him deported. The dream of American life with Angela reportedly turned into a nightmare within weeks. On February 23, 2024, just 2 months after his arrival, Michael vanished from their Georgia home. The news broke in typical Angela Deem fashion. with a frantic, tearful YouTube live stream alongside blogger John Yates. Angela declared Michael missing, stating he had left with only the clothes on his back and his phone, leaving his passport and all other belongings. She pleaded for public help, painting a picture of a man lost and in danger. But just 72 hours later, the narrative flipped. Michael was found, and he was not lost. He had contacted the police, informing them he was safe. He claimed he had left Angela's home in fear for his safety, a claim that resonated with many viewers who had watched Angela's aggressive and controlling behavior on the show for years. Audio later surfaced of a 911 call in which Michael could be heard telling dispatchers, "I'm in danger. I don't feel safe." Michael did not return to Angela. He fled to Texas, where he has since been building a new life, reportedly supported by a community of fellow Nigerian Americans. Since breaking free, Michael's public persona has transformed. After years of being barred from social media by Angela, he reactivated his Instagram account and launched a GoFundMe campaign. The campaign, which quickly raised over $52,000, was ostensibly for legal fees and basic necessities as he navigated his separation and immigration status. His social media presence paints a picture of a man reborn. Photos and videos show him enjoying a life long denied to him, playing soccer with new friends, enjoying simple outings, and celebrating American holidays. He has referred to these new friends and supporters as his new family. This new life, however, is being built in the shadow of a looming legal war. Angela, feeling scammed and betrayed, has filed for an annulment, not a divorce. It's a critical legal distinction. An annulment, if granted on the basis of fraud, i.e., that he married her only for a green card, could invalidate his visa and lead to his deportation. Michael, using the funds he raised, has hired his own legal team. He has filed a counterclaim asking for a divorce, citing domestic violence and seeking spousal support. The legal battle is a high-stakes fight for his future in America. While his public-facing life is one of newfound freedom, his personal posts reveal a deeper, quieter sorrow. The grief you mentioned is not for a new relationship, but for a profound loss, his mother. In August 2024, Michael posted a touching tribute to his late mother on his Instagram story, marking the 2-year anniversary of her passing in August 2022. 2 years have passed since you left, but it feels like just yesterday, he wrote. Your love, guidance, and warmth continue to surround me, even though you're no longer here. This was not the first time he had publicly mourned. During his brief stint on 90 Day, The Last Resort, filmed before he came to the U.S., Michael broke down in a therapy session, revealing the pain of his mother's death. My family, my friends, it makes me miss my late mom, he wept. At the time, Angela had been a source of comfort, flying to Nigeria to be with him during the difficult period. More recently, Michael posted a cryptic Instagram story featuring the Maroon 5 song Remarries, a song explicitly about coping with loss. Fans and media outlets have speculated this pain he's processing is a complex mix of emotions, lingering grief for his mother, the traumatic end of his 7-year relationship with Angela, and the stress of his uncertain future. Michael Ilisami's story has moved beyond the confines of a reality TV show. He is no longer just a character in Angela's storyline. He is a man fighting for his own independence. He has firmly stated he will never reconcile with Angela, posting a meme that he would rather join Arabs dance than go back to his ex. The coming months will be defined not by reality TV cameras, but by court proceedings in Jeff Davis County, Georgia. His legal team will attempt to prove that he was a victim of abuse in a valid marriage, while Angela's team will argue he was a scammer who committed marriage fraud. For now, Michael remains in America, free from Angela but tethered to her by a legal system that will ultimately decide his fate. He is a man caught between celebrating a new life and mourning an old one, with the entire 90-day Fiancé world watching to see if his American dream will be validated or avoided. New information about 90-day Fiancé couple Angela Deem and Michael Ilisami's story so far has been uncovered, which fans did not get to see on the show at all. Angela is from Georgia and began a relationship with Nigerian man Michael after meeting him online. Angela didn't hesitate while voicing her opinions about Michael on camera. She thought Michael was after her money and wanted a green card. Michael's visa to come to America was finally approved in December 2023. However, just 2 weeks later, Michael disappeared from Angela's house and now lives in Texas. So far, viewers believe that Angela was funding Michael's life in Nigeria, considering she'd made him quit his job out of her insecurities. However, bloggers such as Mary Pants have been reporting that it may have been the other way around. As per the blogger, Michael sent Angela over $200,000. Michael's lawyer filed a motion to dismiss Angela's annulment petition. Among the many jaw-dropping admissions in it, the motion included a paragraph that reveals the amount of money Michael had seemingly been sending Angela during their relationship between 2018 and 2023. Respondent wired petitioner over $235, $425.00 to help her when she asked. It added. As per the screenshot shared, Angela allegedly asked Michael to put the money into an account so they could have the money until Michael could get a driver's license and a job. Shockingly, it appears that in her response, Angela admitted that Michael sent her $100,000 and then $200,000 throughout their relationship. The motion and exhibits reveal even more disturbing details, including Angela's alleged use of a taser, the blogger wrote in their caption. What Michael giving money to Angela in the relationship means. The money trail in Angela and Michael's relationship. When Angela and Michael began dating, Angela was suspicious from the start. She believed he might be scamming her since he had messaged her out of the blue. She often acted as though she was superior to Michael because she was from America, and this attitude showed in how she treated him throughout their relationship. Angela had even accused Michael of stealing from her. She claimed she had left him her bank card while visiting Nigeria and returned to the U.S. to find only $1 left in her account. Michael firmly denied the accusation, insisting he wasn't a gold digger. Meanwhile, Angela was afraid that Michael would cheat on her again after he admitted to being unfaithful with a local woman. She forbade him from going to work and led fans to believe she was financially supporting him. However, the money Michael gave to Angela was likely his share of their joint earnings from the show or platforms such as Cameo, social media, and others. Rather than sending him money from her own pocket, Angela was apparently keeping his portion of the show earnings as well, effectively taking control of both her and Michael's income. Angela in 90 Day Fiancé in yellow off-shoulder top shouting at tell-all. Angela may have been taking money from Michael to help bring him to America. When she yelled about supporting him, it may have actually been the other way around. Angela seemingly told Michael he needed to pay for his own visa, which could explain why she was upset about him having a piggy bank account. Angela may have expected him to be fully transparent about finances, especially since his income was going to her. Eventually, 90 Day Fiancé's Michael had to start a GoFundMe to cover legal fees after Angela threatened him with annulment. 90 Day Fiancé, happily ever after? Star Michael Ilesanmi issued a warning to Angela Deem as he celebrates his second Christmas in America. Michael from Nigeria has been in the U.S. since December 2023. Michael currently seems to be living in Houston, Texas, all by himself in a cozy contemporary apartment. He lived with Angela in her small town of Hazelhurst, with her 2 daughters, Scotty and Skyla Deem, and their 6 children. However, Michael accused Angela of cruel treatment before going missing from her house. In December 2024, Michael already has plans to celebrate Christmas in a big way with the friends he considers his new family, and he's already looking ahead to 2025. Michael is now sharing what he wishes to do in 2025. He posted an interesting reel on his Instagram stories with an indirect jab at his ex. The post by Women Inspire Change features Elaine Benes from Seinfeld, played by Julia Louis-Dreyfus. Elaine can be seen making a toast during a Peterman Company party during the Little Kicks episode from 1996. She says, "Here's to those who wish us well, and those who don't can go to H******, before bursting out in a laugh. Elaine's quote seems to have resonated with Michael, who posted this as a ruthless message to his ex. Michael is most grateful for his fans in 2024 who have his back whenever Angela has wronged him. He might not have known the extent of his popularity when he was asked to stay away from social media by his estranged wife. Angela claimed it was because she didn't want Michael to cheat on her, but she might have also done that so he couldn't read comments from fans bashing Angela for being abusive towards Michael. Michael only wishes the best to his fans who have supported him through thick and thin, and don't get bothered when Angela tries to spread rumors about him being a scammer. They don't care that Michael might have purchased a car with the GoFundMe money they gave him, or that he has a girlfriend in America. Fans want him to be happy as he deserves all the happiness after escaping a toxic relationship. Meanwhile, Michael is subtly telling Angela about what he thinks of her now that she no longer controls him. Michael always likes to spread positive vibes using his content. However, he can also be snarky when he wants to. Michael has been sharing passive-aggressive posts on his Instagram stories for a while now, and they always seem to be taking jabs at Angela. He is confident that she can do him no harm now, and especially can't get him deported. America is his home now and will be after 2024, even if his 90-day fiancé, happily ever after? X wishes the worst for him. Two-thirds of a famous 90-day fiancé throuple are calling it quits, and their shocking divorce reveal might be the tip of the iceberg. The couple in question are Matt and Imani Jalasi, who were part of a throuple with an exotic dancer who's also a Memeni Aguirre. There were signs that the OG couple, who wanted to bring a woman into their relationship in order to expand it, were having problems. Sadly, where there was smoke, there was fire. Imani was well acquainted with the green-eyed monster. Although she agreed to the throuple arrangement, she soon grew jealous of her husband's bond with Annie. Despite real issues for the couple, who are raising their 2 daughters in San Diego, California, the couple have decided to divorce. But that decision actually shows faith in their relationship with Annie, not hopelessness with one another. They are formally divorcing so they can bring the other woman to America. Since jealousy is a problem in the threesome, and probably will be in the future, it's possible that the surprising divorce filing is just the beginning of newfound drama. Jealousy isn't the only problem that's holding the duo back. Concerns about money add another layer of complication which may lead to big problems down the line. If the throuple falls apart in the USA, 1, 2 or 3 of them could decide to share messy details about their romance with the world. As all 3 people have kids, that would be a terrible thing. Their children might be impacted by those admissions, which would remain on the internet forever. Look at the fallout from Angela Deem's fraught breakup with Michael Ilisamy. They're 90 DF veterans who kept forgiving each other for things that should have been deal breakers. Inevitably, in that situation, the end result will be war. Both silently or very loudly in Angela's case, stored up rage. Angela didn't appreciate being cheated on. Michael didn't like the verbal and physical abuse. As the romance, and that term's used loosely, as Michael seemed to use Angela as a way to get money and a green card, not as a real partner, spiraled. Both began to lash out. After their split, there were angry accusations that changed nothing. Their reputations were damaged. Michael was the gold digger, Angela the crass abuser. Neither benefited very much from the publicity. Enough about them, the point is that the same thing could happen again. Imani from Tunisia, who is descended from Bedouin tribes, finally felt free enough to explore her bisexuality in ways she couldn't in the past. Above, see Imani fighting jealousy, which is such a natural human emotion, as she hears an upsetting confession while all 3 longer in a hot tub. Imani will need to push down so many negative emotions to make this throuple last. It's up to her whether all of the pain is worth what she gets in return. If the throuple falls apart, Imani might decide to be even freer by sharing shocking insights about life in the throuple. As she evolved, shedding the constricting rules of the past, she might go further, unburdening herself by getting so real about the ups and downs in her marriage. Annie, a steely stripper who's got more than a touch of Disney villain energy, could really go to the dark side. Annie could potentially embellish a bit to stay in the spotlight. She might talk about what went on behind the scenes, making herself look good at other people's expense. The couple, Matt and Imani, could also cause a ruckus if the throuple fails. Imani might get too jealous and start speaking out. Their family could be destroyed. If Matt begins to shower Annie with attention, that could backfire in a truly spectacular way. Money issues could also be a problem. It seemed like Annie, an exotic dancer, had a strong financial motivation for entering into the throuple. Sure, she may have honestly been attracted to the couple, but that might not have been all she was thinking about. As a single parent who worked in a sometimes rough industry, maybe she was looking for a way out. The security and comfort that the duo could provide might have seemed like a potential safety net, a soft place to fall. However, Annie from Tijuana is independent. She made it her own and she always will. Whether she will have to pull away from the throuple in time is yet to be determined. It seems like jealousy and money issues Amani and Matt were giving any cash will be the primary stressors within a relationship model that's already unique enough to be very delicate. It's a kind of dance they'll all need to do to stay together. All three need to try. If one person gives up, it could end it all. Matt and Amani filed divorce papers on July 2nd, 2025. If Matt marries Annie after divorcing his original wife, that could create a sort of sister-wives dynamic. Mary Brown from that show legally divorced Cody Brown so he could marry Robin Brown. It turned out to be a situation where Robin was favored the entire time. Soon enough, the repressed resentment began to rise to the surface, poisoning the plural marriage. Obviously, that will be a risk in this relationship too. Some people can make unconventional romances work. They don't want the tried and true. Their needs are a little different. They know themselves enough to understand that normal relationships usually don't fulfill them. So there is always hope for the trio. However, there are a lot of clues that point to trouble in the distance. 90-day Fiancé tests couples, putting their romances under microscopes. There's public chatter about what they do. There's the pressures of filming and needing to boost drama enough to satisfy an audience. All can warp a relationship, robbing it of its essence. So hopefully, this situation won't devolve into lowbrow conduct, name-calling, blaming, and shaming.